Donald Black, American Highlander here, aka COVID-19 Ninja. It is 10:50 in the Highlands of southeastern Kentucky, and I'm back after a 2.5-week hiatus. Thank you for the ones that have stuck with me. I just wanted to get something out there. We're shooting on location from South Williamson Walmart in a Buick Park Avenue. The first part of this video is something I swore I'd never do when I started YouTube videos. I brought my bag with me. Only reason I've not made a video about the bag is I use it, but I don't think I use it properly, or should I say use it to its full potential. Maybe somebody's got some clues about it. But anyway, let me get my things out here. Gotta get this out. I gotta get a few things, just set up, but I'm doing this on the run and I'm under time restraints. Little cigar scissors. Okay. Yeah, I swore I would never do a cigar video. That, there's too many of those channels out there, too many people are doing them. But I just wanted to share a little technique that I found. It's not the right way to do it, it's just easier for me. Let me get the regular cutter. Freaking Lee Van Cleef's in the parking lot. I wish I could. You'd have to check my Facebook page later to see him. Good to see that he's not. I'm not the only ninja master out today. But anyway, everybody knows how to cut a cigar, and when it comes to torpedoes, Bellacinos, perfectos, they suggest cutting them on a 45-degree angle. It opens it up a little bit better. You get a better draw. The flavors are on your palate a lot better. But anyway, these guys, I'm not saying it's the wrong way, I'm just saying it's a little bit cumbersome for me. They'll put their hand on their they'll make sure that their band is going to show when they're smoking it, because you want people to see it, and then they'll find their cap, right, and they'll do this, and they'll cut it, right. Well, I can't. It's kind of cumbersome for me, to see all that. I can't do that really. By the way, Diesel Unholy Cocktail. So, if I've got a torpedo or perfecto, this is the technique I use. It's a little bit easier for me. If I got the band that I want people to see, I'll put my thumb on it and hold it parallel to the floor or ground, wherever I'm smoking, right? Alright, I make sure that when I use a cutter, I don't like to, and I'm not going to, I make sure that let me get it turned around here, the bottom blade, alright, that way I don't overcut by putting the top blade, you can understand where I'm coming from with this. The bottom blade gets as close, and I can judge it better if I use that, right? But me personally, it's just easier for me to see using the scissors, and I mainly use these at home or when guests are there. It adds just a little bit of elegance to your smoking experience or whatever. I find my cap, I come in, and I clip, right? And there's my 45. Nice. Okay, let's see. We'll fire this bad boy up. Oh, well, maybe later. Shit. Yeah, I just a joke. Done it to my buddy yesterday when he stopped by. Asked him for a cigarette, and had the mask under the mask. But now, the second part of the video, I know that went a little bit quick, but like I said, I'm under time restraints. I don't drive, and I'm at mercy of a chauffeur. But someone asked for a coal mining video, and I got to give you a little bit of coal mining 101 before I can tell the story. I've got a Sharpie here. Go ahead. I've already got a few drawn up, so you get them out. Now, when they start a coal mine, I hope everybody can see this. Okay, I got 2 pages there, but they start a coal mine. They'll find a nice seam of coal, and they'll square the mountain up, right? Make it nice and flat, and they'll make 3 tunnels, or portals, entries. They'll have a neutral, which is usually where the belt line, comes out of. That the coal comes from the working face all the way out to the ground, and they load it on trucks, and trucks take it either to, they take it to a temple, it gets cleaned and put on other trucks, and it goes to either the barges in Ashland, Kentucky, Ohio area, or on trains and sent to wherever to get on ships to go to China, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, like I said, you got the neutral. You got an intake where good air comes in. They'll put a big fan up, and it'll bring air all the way into the mine, across the working section, and out the return. Alright? Get in with the good, out with the bad. Stale air. Alright. Intake, neutral, which is usually your belt line, and return. And this is also where they poop at, so when you go down to this, in this area, you poop, and the stink gets blew out and whatever. And when you do pillar work, it's nastier than hell, man, because sometimes you get that mess all over you. But that's a story for another time. Alright. Now, I'm not an artist, but starting with let's see if I can keep it going here. Your neutral, right? Your intake and your return. After they dry this up so far, they'll start spreading out, getting 5 entries, and it'll go up to 7 to 9 entries. These are entries, and these are cross cuts, right? Now, if you look down on top of an actual coal mining map, it sort of looks like you're looking down on top of a city, buildings and whatnot, right? And this is one I kind of drew out for, the 9 entries, and usually it's 7 if they got running 1 miner, 9 for 2 miners, which is a super section. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll give a little bit more detail about the mining industry. But like I said, intake, neutrals, and returns. When a big mine like this, you'll have, your fan entry, but you'll have 2 intakes. You'll have all this neutral, then you'll have 2 returns where all the bad air comes out. Alright, these are just solid walls of coal, right? And this is the working face. You can see where they're cutting back in here to make more entries, or drive the entries deeper and make more cross cuts. Now, of course, it just don't go like this, so somewhere in the middle, when they get out through here, they'll do what, it's called turning the brake. They'll make their miner do this, and they'll cut here, and they'll back out and go someplace and cut while the pinmen bowed it up, and then they'll come back and they'll punch it through, and then they'll make their way, head and brake, whatever. Alright. Now, pretty much, they'll follow the coal. I didn't put all the entries here. It's just like, they'll buy a boundary of coal, and they'll follow it. It may go straight for a while, and then turn, they would turn right and go straight and an angle at a 45, and they'll find these little side panels if they own the coal. And what they do here, they'll mine as far as they own or whatever, and then they'll do pillar work, which is, let me grab this one. They'll start cutting these blocks of coal out and make it fall down, That's what we do. We dig holes and try to cover ourselves up with it. And, there's, like I said, they'll angles, and these little things are called panels, Am I holding that right? Yeah, I got the arrow there. These little things here are different panels of coal. I'll tell you a story about stealing a man's coal someday, but that's not important now. Okay. I got one more little thing that I got to draw, and then I'll get on to the story. Hopefully, you can remember this. I'll get these gloves off, because it's getting about ready to get like Bill Cosby's picture pages, right? Except my pen don't go, and I've never roofied a lady. Alrighty. at the main entrance of that belt line entry, they'll have a head drive, right? And what it is 2 motors and with big cogs, and they run belt through it. All right. Now at the end of the belt line, they've got a tailpiece, which there's no nothing motorized about it. This is hooked up on electricity. It's not. It's just something that the belt goes through. Now while they're in the working phase, you know, they'll have what is a feeder. It's like another machine that's independent of everything. It hooks up to the power box, and the shuttle cars will come and they'll dump coal on the sides or the front, and it's got bits in it. To chop the coal up and rock so it don't gob off the head drives, you know. Saves a lot of trouble. Alright. Now, like I said, those panels, let's keep this one up just a little bit for a minute. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, as they go, you know, if they drive this up and they turn, right? They make this turn. They have to set a head drive here, and, you know, your tailpiece here, and then, you know, head drive, tailpiece, head drive, and you know, you get the idea, right? All right. Let's see, where am I? Head drive, tailpiece, head drive, tailpiece, head drive. Okay. Now look up Upper Big Branch mine accident where 29 miners in West Virginia died in a horrible explosion. I feel so sorry for the families that lost their men. I've got controversial views on the whole thing, but you know, we'll not get into that now. Yeah, I hate that they died. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I hate that they died, but as a coal miner, you know what you get into. You're always going to outlaw, you know, break the rules, mine against the rules. I mean, you be as safe as you can, but rules will be broken to get the coal out. But anyway, there was already, you know, gas monitors in place on these, you know, at the head drives. At each head drive, there's like CO2 monitors and fire monitors, and there's sprinkler systems all the way up through here, you know, because besides the sprinkler system, the miner that chops the coal up, it runs on water to keep sparks and dust down. But anyway, I was working for Massey Energy at the time. This is the story, finally, right? Okay. And have you ever worked a job where there's always some guy that seems to be the guy, you know? Sometimes they work hard, sometimes they get by with, you know, get by with anything and don't have to work. But, you know, I always wanted to be that guy. But when I got to Massey, I was that guy. You know, I pretty much got to do what I wanted. I was in demand by the bosses. All the bosses wanted me. I'm not bragging. It's just the way it is. Because I had a tendency to smother out. The superintendent of the mine, John, said he was going to make me get my foreman's papers so he could put me boss in a section so they could get a pacemaker in me, like the previous, you know, mine foreman. All right, the main mine foreman, because you got like superintendent, mine foreman, section foreman, belt foreman. But anyway, for a while I was just doing that, but like maintenance, saddling up a little crap on the belt lines. If they needed somebody to go to the section to run a piece of equipment, I done that. But on this particular day, was riding the tracks and stopping at the head drives or anywhere along the belt line to pick up trash. Now, I can't remember how many head drives was in the mine. It was a fairly new mine. We might have been in there 5 belt lines, whatever. But we stopped pretty decent ways in, but still kind of close to the outside. And we found an acetylene tank. And, you know, we was going to pick it up and take it outside with the rest of the trash and put it with the empties, you guys that cut and weld and whatever. And the practice was, you know, cracked the valve just a little bit to let them leak off. You know, what was left in them. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, so we pick it up. We strap it down to the flat car. Crack the valve, right? And we're going down through here, and we stop at the next drive. And we're picking up empty pallets that blocks were on, trash, plaster buckets. You don't need to know about that. And all of a sudden, the head drive stopped. Okay, usually when that happens, you know, it's gobbed off or something, and the ones in front of it will keep going to get rid of what it can. And everything from here back will shut off. But when this one shut off, this one shut off. And you could just hear the mine just go, woo, all the power go. Alright. There's a phone at every head drive too, so we're kind of listening, trying to figure out what's going on. And Randy, the section foreman at the time, was calling out his 2-hour report. And he's like, yeah, John, I was calling out my 2-hour. And John, the mine superintendent, said, fuck your 2-hour report. Get yourself and your men out of there right now. I'm reading forward at head drive number, whatever it was. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be down there in a minute. Get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out. It's at that point we figured out that it was us that shut down the whole mine. Everything. All the equipment on the section, the miner that cuts the coal, the shuttle cars that hauls the coal to the feeder that, you know, dumps it on the belt and gets it outside, the roof boaters, which, you know, you pin the top so it don't fall down, everything. Everything was gone. I don't think it would run on the section as a scoop because that's a battery-powered piece of equipment. So we start freaking out a little bit, you know, oh my God, they're going to fire us for sure, because Massey is all about production. They always said safety first, production second. Wasn't like that at all, but God bless them, I loved the company. I loved it. We started freaking out because we didn't want to get fired. You know, I was getting paid like $35 an hour picking up trash underground. So we hurry up, we get on the diesel motor that we had the flat cars attached to. We book it outside, take a chance of derailing, you know, and then we would have got caught, right? We get outside, unstrap the settling tank. I'm a little bitty fella. I'm about 5'5", 5'7" if I'm in boots. And I'm running with this tank, and I strap it up against a canopy that's outside of a portal with some more empties about the time the superintendent gets down the hill to where, you know, you can go in the mines and stuff. And they figured out there was no fire, just something, you know, something shut everything down. And we all went up to the office and the locker room. It was in a nice double-wide mobile home, you know. And I was trying to keep from laughing because we got out of trouble, right? And they thought that the diesel motor, just an engine is all it is, big engine, that runs on diesel. They thought where we left it idling at the head drive, the fumes from the diesel shut everything down. And I do this number, and I kind of walk around the locker. And like I said, I was known for smother. I had to get stuff done. And John, the superintendent's like, Tat, that's another story. Donald, don't blame yourself. You know, it was an accident. You know, it's not your guys' fault. You guys didn't do it. And me biting my lip, I mean, seriously, it's the hardest I've ever tried in my life to not laugh. Because if I laughed, we would have got caught, and it would have been me, Turner, and my cousin Chicken Wing would have got fired. You know, because we shut the mine down because we were stupid and cracked an acetylene tank open. And the sensors read it and shut it down. The only reason I think that they knew it wasn't a fire is it didn't set the sprinkler systems off. It's just like the sprinklers in buildings, you know, the little guys that glass thing at best. But oh my gosh, that's your coal mining story. The time Donald Black, American Highlander, shut production down at a mine and didn't get fired for it. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like more information the way coal mines work, or if I can think of any other coal mining stories, please let me know in the comment, and I will get them out there as quick as I can. I apologize for not uploading anything lately. I don't want to get into that for real, but thank the ones that stuck with me. Fuck the two that's left. Yeah, that's okay. It's like I was telling somebody in Messenger. You know, this to me is a video diary. I got bored with Facebook. Facebook was my like a public diary, and I got bored with this. So this is a video diary to me. I love the views. I love the comments, but this is for me more than anybody else to share. You know, my daughter and my strange sons can come look at later on or whenever they feel like it. Donald Black American Highlander. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.